Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna start the daily here on the 1 hour chart first to see what happened yesterday. So after the news, we saw of course this massive dump and fast and aggressive one, and that of course due to the political tension as well. And we saw of course a kind of like an impulse 1 2 3. However, wave 4 was given correctively very nicely here on the 15-minute chart. You can see, of course, a clear ABC and then a 1, 2, 3, but I don't see a wave 4 and a 5, and even the wave 5 didn't took the low. And that means, of course, here there is something wrong has, of course, happened again for Bitcoin. It's a reversal kind of, but yeah, I'm not really convinced with it also, because here I'm not very clear that you are in an impulse unless of course you are in a leading diagonal. Wave 1 A, B and a C here, wave 2, and then a moving 1 2 3 4 5 again as a reversal. So rather than being A B C here, it might has turned into 1 2, which your wave 2 is an expanding flat here, and having 1 2 and then 1 2 3 4 and a 5 4 and a 5 continuation toward the upside, meaning the next phase is again of course to break above this area. We want to take the highs here, and especially this high in case we are in 1112 here. Definitely this wave 2 is very long anyway in time, and we took the 886 many times, and which of course reduced so much the possibility right now to be in a 1 2, giving the highest possibility for a bigger 1 2 here. Everything I look at here currently is still looking kind of corrective. You can be in an A, B, and a C here. Of course, the wave C can be somehow as a 1 2 3 4 5. We're gonna test this area again, of course, and preferably this time we're gonna take the 1 to 1 fib level, and we're gonna see the reaction over there in this area for a wave 2. So if that is the case scenario here, you might be of course in a potential big wave 1 2 and then of course dropping down, or a big wave A, B and a C and then dropping down again. And that because of course you have two possibilities on the daily here. The daily shows of course two possibilities, one bearish, one bullish. The bearish is of course where you have the big or the large wave C for an expanding flat here, has a big wave 1 2 3 4 and a 5 in an A, B and a C expanding flat. The second possibility is a potential A, B and a C. The wave C here is an ending diagonal, still of course gonna finish a wave B of course as an expanding flat and dropping down again. You would like to see of course an impulse here, an impulse 1 2 3 4 5, and then of course 4 and a 5. So we are in zigzags already here, because this is already your impulse for wave C. You have a wave A, B and a C here. You would like to see of course continuation for zigzags toward the upside in the wave 3 and the wave 5 to hit of course this area. And that means, of course, here you cannot be really impulsive as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for higher. And that because, again, of course, of the zigzag shape here, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C here. You cannot count 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, because internally this is already, of course, one leg as 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Therefore, there is nothing impulsive, but simply, of course, zigzags in ending diagonal, potentially unfolding. In case, of course, we break the wave 2, we need to break this level first, because potentially you might be in a wave 3, of course, for the expanding flat, or, of course, the bullish scenario. So as bullish scenario here, you are looking potentially for the wave 5 for the bull run, where it has started already from here as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. The wave 5 is here an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Which of course require a little bit lower prices before moving toward the upside, and that because of course you have 5 waves down right now, A, B and a C, to hit perfectly of course the diagonal wave 4 targets fib levels between the 100k and 95k, and then moving toward the upside for the wave 5. Yep, so these are the possibilities right now. On the lower time frame, I'm expecting still a little bit higher here for Bitcoin unless the things want to reverse again, of course, and stay under this confirmation for higher, which was, of course, we have to take the all-time high here of this area, of course, to invalidate this wave 2. And honestly, I'm gonna take it this time from the main wave 2. This is the most perfect level would be, of course, to confirm that we took, of course, this area, because each time we come to this area, we start to see, of course, a drop down. And I hope that it doesn't repeat itself, because the market is being very, very tricky and reversal. This is very aggressive again right now that I'm looking at. So it doesn't look really, really, I would say, promising. Yeah. So we gotta be careful with it. So that was it for Bitcoin. Trade safe, of course. The market is very, very tricky these moments and these days. Have a nice day. See you in the next one. Bye bye.